Pre-marriage checklist Muslim marriage. Why do some marriages end up into divorce and some remain as happy and strong even after years? While there is no single right apply, there are steps you can bring to set out the building squares of a solid and cheerful marriage, or to remove potential despair before it happens. The accompanying is rundown of ventures to considering, including a piece of your romance, and depends on genuine steps taken by youthful, joyfully wedded couples, perceptions of various fizzled and fruitful relational unions, and also guidance from relationship specialists. In the event that your potential life partner is not willing to experience any of the accompanying steps, this may raise warning for you about their maturity, quietude, or readiness to be totally transparent. Examine a list of premarital questions. Through the course of your romance, work through a balanced rundown of questions, including different inquiries of interests along the way. The objective with experiencing such inquiries is not simply to hear one another's answers or have a long, cumbersome question and answer marathon. However, to guarantee you are finding out about one another's characters and focused around the diligent work of evaluating similarity for marriage. Take notes so you can consider what you are learning about your companion after some time. Add inquiries you might want to know through further discussion and perception. Be understanding. Listen precisely to the response of your potential companion's reaction and request particular illustrations from their life. Meet in person. Inside the limits of modesty, meet your potential life partner to know somewhat more about them and your actual similarity. Attempt to additionally check whether you can find out about them in setting other than simply personal face-to-face talking. Attempt to watch them in exercises that will give you understanding into their character and how they actually act, how they treat others, how they handle weight, what their companions are truly like, and to check whether their activities are steady with what you have been finding about them. Keep a trusted, confident informer. There is a justifiable reason that the Quran has a whole section titled Consultation. It is an incredible approach to gain from knowledge of others. Stay grounded and keep away from ill-advised choices. Especially amid a romance, it can be hard to look after objectively, and there can be a longing to need to make things work, notwithstanding challenges one may experience through the procedure. Having a closet companion or relative that knows you well and that you can trust to impart all subtle elements of the romance to can guarantee you are not settling on any imprudent choice. You ought to make sure to share both the great and potential banners for concern. An associate can likewise offer you the strength to imperative things off even at propelled stage on the off chance that it gives the idea that the relationship won't be fruitful in the long haul. Meeting character references. Since you can learn a great deal about a man by the organization they keep, approach your potential life partner for a rundown of character references. They ought to be individuals they are not related with and who have known them well from different years. Perfect references might incorporate 3 to 5 dear companions, individuals they have lived with, concentrated on, or worked with, and that are regarded group pioneers. Inquiries you might ask incorporate how well you know one another, what your potential life partner qualities are, what their shortcomings, and alongside particular cases, and whether they have any motivation to trust they may not make a decent match for marriage. Make premarital counseling. Preconjugal guiding with an authority proficient is magnificent thing to experience regardless of possibility that you don't feel like you have any issues that need assistance working through. While the methodologies by distinctive advisories might differ, it can reveal issues and offer you some assistance with working through them before they get to be issues. furnished you with specialized instruments to explore a fruitful marriage, or at all outfit you with structures that you can exhort different couples within the event that they are in need. Have a financial checkup, physical checkup, and background check. Similarly, as with any piece of this agenda, approach the accompanying strides without making your imminent life partner feel that you don't trust or regard them. Show great confidence by being willing to experience the same steps yourself and illuminate that the goal is to set a positive group standards as opposed to being agonized over your particular relationship. Independently, likewise, visit a doctor for general well-being examination. There is a typical rundown of tests your doctor might prescribe when they know it is for the reasons of marriage. Audit essential books, courses, and fun quizzes to better find out about one another, marriage, and important tips by specialists. Audits the accompanying assets. Take no less than one course on the right and obligation on marriage from an Islamic point of view. A few samples incorporate the CD sets by Hamza Yusuf or Weekend Class by AI Maghrib Establishment. Read through 7 Principles of Making Marriage Work by John Gottman, talking about your responses to the data introduced after every section at interims, for example, once per week. To better comprehend yourself and one another, take tests, for example, the 5 dialects of love and identity test, for example, the Jung marriage test or Muslim personality test. Use the outcomes as a beginning stage for discussion and seeing one another's practices and propensities. Implore Ikshithara. Istikhara is a delightful, capable dua to say at whatever point settling on a critical life choice, including matters identified with marriage. In the romance handle, the petition to God of Istikhara is particularly appropriate when choosing to start conversing with somebody for the purpose of marriage and when settling on a choice around a proposition. Plan your physical intimacy and marriage. Given the virtues and humility in sexual orientation, relations urged by Islam, it is injustifiable to have apprehensions about starting closeness with one another or feeling baffled and everything doesn't appear to continue splendidly. Consider postponing the time in the middle of nikah and consummation to give yourself an opportunity to guide into love and close relations. Be understanding with yourself and one another. It can take numerous weeks for a portion of the essentials of relations to function admirably. However, an ability to be new and innovative ought to remain regardless of how long you have been hitched. Consider going through these steps before initially deciding and going for marriages. This will help you neutralize the difficulties in a marriage and also will help you in achieving a fruitful relationship.